Girls, how much money is a good wage as a 28-year-old? Because I thought I was on a good wage. But it seems that I can't afford anything in life. Like, I cannot afford to do anything I want to do despite being on a good wage. How much is everybody earning? Am I behind? I have no idea.
So what are we calling it on Friday when you look at your bank account? It's like the Sunday scaries. But you look at your bank account and you're like, oh, great, I'm getting paid. And then you realize you don't get paid for another freaking week and you have to survive on pennies. What is that called? Other than it blows. But like the Friday fright, the Friday frenzy, the Friday broke is.
I'm going to say this and then I'm going to go on. My daddy once told me, you cannot afford to experience everything in this life. You're going to have to take some folks' word for it. And I'm going to add this in there. Everybody ain't jealous. Everybody ain't against you. Everybody ain't even that concerned. Some folks just don't mind telling you the truth, giving you a little wisdom because they done been there, done that. And if they can keep somebody else from going
to job after job after job after job, motherfucking interview after interview, goddamn it, application after application. If we all can't get no job, then who the fuck working? If everybody ain't got no job, but we can't get no damn job, who the hell got the jobs? Some of y'all have decided to move forward with other candidates and that maybe I could reapply in the future. Fuck y'all. How dare you? I was going to be your best employee. But no, for real though, girl. Dying is expensive too. Now get back to work. You got to clock in the morning.
What is considered entitlement nowadays is really just complaining that I have to work 7 days a week and that whenever I do have a day off, I can't afford to go and do anything. I am working myself to the bone to not even be able to afford to enjoy my time and live my life when I'm not working. And I will never understand how that's considered entitled just because I want to be able to experience life how we should be able to. I live in Detroit and there are seriously so many pretty places to go and do things or places to go with my family, but I can't afford to do it because I can't even afford to take a day off. And people still think that Michigan is cheap compared to other places. I seriously wish, because I can't even afford to take a day off, and even if I do have a day off, we're stuck at home.
We can't afford food, we can't afford gas, we can't afford housing. No one's coming to save us. When asked to what extent did he factor in financial situations of the American people, he said, not even a little bit. I don't think about Americans' financial situations. Rising gas prices, rising food costs, rising housing costs, and he doesn't care about our financial situations. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. This is bad. This is the biggest grift of all time, and we have been had. Well, you've been had. You voted for him 2 or 3 times. That's not the point. The reason I am here is to help you make money. It doesn't matter what president is in office. You need to have a way to make money that doesn't rely on your 9 to 5. Because big corporations are who are making out on all of these deals. Tax breaks, kickbacks, bailout. Do you know who pays for that? You and me. These billionaires are getting off scot-free while we do their work for them, make them richer, and pay their taxes. Oh, and the best part? This guy wants to get you off your antidepressants. He thinks too many people in America are on antidepressants. Yeah. No duh. We are one emergency visit away from being bankrupt. Yes, let's take away the one thing that takes away some of the happiness, or at least the numbness. Our government does not care about us. And it's time we face facts and realize that. I'm here to help you. Make sure you're following me. I'm not going to take your money, unlike the United States government.
I just got gas and freaking $40. Didn't even give me half a tank of gas. How are we supposed to budget money management, anything like that, with the cost of this stuff? Honest to God, we can't even afford to fill our tank anymore. Honestly, I'm really not sure how much more I can take of this. Obviously, there's nothing that can be done about it until Mr. Orange Man wants to stop being butthurt and just make a fucking decision already and actually care about the American people instead of caring about his little ego. Maybe we could actually see some, I don't know, benefits to him being the president. But until then, I guess we're just going to have to live with his decisions, and everything else is going up and it's going to continue to be more expensive. 38%. That's how much of an increase in inflation there was in April. 38%. So thank you and have a great day. Okay, thanks. Bye.
After I pay my bills, there's nothing left. There's nothing left even before I get paid. Like, I'm already like, okay, I'm about to get paid. But like, what does that matter? Because it's gone even before, like, as soon as it hits my account, it's already gone because I have to pay everything and then I'm still short. No savings, no cushion, no room to breathe. And that scared me. Like, it wasn't until I think my daughter started college that it all just was like, wait a minute, like, what is happening here? You know what I mean? Like, I can't keep living like this. Because what if, like, we have an emergency and something happens? We have no savings. I have no savings. So, like, what happens? You know, that's when I knew, like, I just can't keep living like this. Like, I knew I needed something different. And, like, just, I'm going to give myself a heart attack just by thinking of all the bills, my daughter's tuition, just everything. Right. So I just knew I needed something different. Comment extra if you need an extra stream of income. Also, please follow me, ask me questions, send me a DM. I'm here to answer all your questions.
It's literally insane to me how we've created a society that's designed to keep you working 24/7, yet you still can't really afford to live. And people will still gaslight you and tell you that it's all your fault. Don't blame the government for a you problem. We technically should be blaming them because they're literally the reason why we're all out here struggling and suffering. Why life is so overly complicated. Like, it's literally getting to a point where people don't even want to try anymore. People don't even see the point in trying. It's not worth it to sell your life for $1 when the dollar doesn't even buy anything anymore. Like, let's be realistic here for a second. The cost of living has easily quadrupled this last year, and people literally get to a point where they just don't even see the point anymore. You can only work so hard. You can only try so much. You can exhaust all of your options until you just decide, like, yo, this isn't even worth it anymore. This isn't really working. And if gas keeps going up the way that it is, I honestly feel like it's going to get to a point where we're all going to be forced to stop participating in this pathetic bullshit. I feel like the only way it's going to change is if we all start demanding better and just say that, yo, this is unacceptable.
How about that? Minimum wage hasn't gone up, and a McChicken and hash browns and all that are under $3. Do you remember the dollar value menu? Even when minimum wage went up in 2009 to $7.25 an hour? It's fucking bullshit. And they say if we raise minimum wage, it's gonna make everything go up. Shit's already up. Just bump up the fucking pay already.
You ever get paid and you have more problems after payday than you had before payday because the math ain't mathin' and the paycheck is not enough in order to pay for all of your bills? And even though you made more on this paycheck than you made on your previous paycheck, it is still not enough to get you out of the hole that you're in. So you know you're going to have to go to work again and probably not eat as much food because you don't have any money for that. And then you won't be able to afford your hotel rooms for this week because you don't have the money because your check was just, you have other bills to pay for. And again, you don't make as much money. And you were going to be able to get a second job, but then your manager changed all of your hours up and then possibly could be changed your hours again. And you've been having to deal with your schedule being changed for like 6 weeks plus every week. And so it's been almost impossible for you to be even have a set schedule because of this happening. And even when you were going to get a job, you can't now because the days that you're supposed to have off are the days you now work, and the days you have off are the days that they don't need people for. So that has kind of completely gone there. You can't do Uber Eats or DoorDash anymore because your car's not doing so well and it's not in any kind of condition to do any of those things. You've tried to do other things in order to make money, but that has actually been costing you money. So now you're in more debt and you haven't eaten all day and now my stomach hurts. It's just been one of those days. It's just been one of those days.
Bruh. I am on Zillow like I am looking for a house. But I'm poor. I can barely afford my life. And no, I'm not the only one like that. Who does that? Who just daydreams and is like, oh, this beautiful house. I at least try to look reasonably within my budget. And then there's like only 2 houses that come up and I'm like, oh. So I try to increase the budget a little bit and then I'm like, oh, I can't afford that monthly. I just want a house, guys. Why is it so hard? Why is life so expensive?
So at this point, everybody just needs to quit their jobs. That is the only thing to me that makes sense. If nobody is showing up to said jobs, the world is not going to continue to be able to operate, right? If we all stop working, things are not going to get done. And that is when we will be able to say, hey, this is what we need to happen before we can go back to work and said jobs, if that's what you choose to do, okay? Because we all know I hate working, so I don't want to go back. I don't even want to work right now. If everybody will get unhypnotized from this rat race mindset, everything will be good to go. But people don't realize there is power in numbers. The more people come together and say, hey, I've been putting in all this work at this job and don't see nothing, there's nothing to show for it, except for me just being exhausted all the time and tired. Who wants to be off 2 days and then got to go back to work 5 days? Some people work 6 days. Some people work 7. You got people out here working multiple jobs. All these people trying to glorify side hustles. You shouldn't have to work no side hustle. You should be making enough to where you don't have to have a side hustle. Oh, well, I just do it for extra money. Again, if you worked one job that paid you well to where you can live comfortably, to where you can afford to pay your bills and buy whatever you wanted, you wouldn't even have to be doing it in the first place for extra money, right? The thing that pisses me off is I don't see that happening. Too many people are so brainwashed. Too many people are brainwashed, and that is why this whole dumb ass cycle is going to continue to go on. Too many people are just, well, I just want to keep my management position. I just want to keep this and that. And they taking advantage of y'all too. You make a little bit more money, okay, and you're still getting taken advantage of. They still will drop you with no hesitation. So it doesn't even matter the position that you're in, because unless you're rich, honey, they don't care about you. But unfortunately, a lot of people are just too stuck for whatever reason. So yeah, I don't see that happening. But that's really what the solution would be. It's for everybody to just quit working and say, forget all of this.
People are not going to like this, but there's a very specific kind of anti-capitalism that comes from resentment or bitterness.
Yes, people actually do tend to be incredibly bitter when they're working 40, 50, 60 plus hours a week and still going into life-altering debt. This is just proof that the boomer mentality is not dying as quickly or as efficiently as we once thought that it was. There are plenty of young people who are still clinging to that mindset. Yes, there are a lot of people who have a deep resentment for capitalism, with very good reason. People who are in crippling medical debt, higher education debt, medical school debt, law school debt. There are a lot of people who are really bitter at capitalism because they did, quote, everything right and still can't afford to buy their own home. There are a lot of people incredibly bitter with capitalism because capitalism sells you the lie that if you just work hard and pull yourself up by your bootstraps, you'll be a billionaire. So people work themselves literally into an early grave, making money for the exact billionaires who put them there in the first place. There are a lot of reasons why people would feel bitter about capitalism, and there are a lot of people suffering because of it as well.
How are people affording to live life? I'm genuinely curious, but I also know that it's probably just because they're in buttloads of debt. My husband and I are living off of just my income while we pay off student debt, but we don't have any other debt besides our mortgage. And we are budgeting. Like, I have second thoughts about picking something up in the Aldi Finds aisle because I'm like, do I really need to spend the money on it? But then I see people doing Old Navy and Amazon and TJ Maxx and Home Goods hauls like once a week, going to get coffee every single day. Like, how do they keep up? I know the statistic of people who have credit card debt is like insane, and I am proudly not one of those people. But I also then just brings up the question of how do you sleep at night with that much credit card debt? I have a hard time sleeping at night with student loan debt that I didn't even create. I'm just, married into, and we have plenty of time to pay it off. The interest rate is very reasonable, and we're actively spending every extra cent that we have to get rid of it because it causes us so much anxiety. So I can't imagine having thousands of debt on my credit card that has an 18% interest rate. So I'm well aware that anyone who sees this is probably not one of those people in mountains of debt, like pretending that they can keep up with the Joneses, but maybe it'll provide some solidarity for those of us who are just sitting there watching all of these hauls and expensive travels and shopping and expensive habits, and not make us feel like, do I just make no money? Because like I have a good job. I feel like I make pretty good money. I own a house, but I also can't afford to shop on Amazon unless it's Prime Day and I save up all my gift cards for the whole year to make my order. So, am I the odd one out, or what's happening? They're joining finance chats with Grace as we cut up a pineapple because watermelon season's over.
The thing that drives me the craziest is the fact that my generation is told that we are never satisfied. We're never satisfied. We're always wanting things for free. We're always wanting these good things. Even though a lot of us have gone to college, we've done a whole nine. We've gotten good grades. We've done everything. We've gotten a job, and we still can't afford anything because the debt is absolutely rising through the roof because of the fact of how much college costs. FAFSA aid has already been cut back once. Now it's been cut back again with the big stupid bill, and we have a whole bunch of billionaires who are telling us that we should be satisfied with what we have, as they consistently cut corners to either sell our data, to put forever chemicals back in our food, to ruin the quality of food that we already get as a whole, simply so that they can make more money because they are never satisfied with the money that they have. They make millions of dollars a year, but they would rather sell you out, ruin your life by making your electricity bills higher, by investing in a data center that makes no money.
2001. I made $9 an hour and I also had a car payment. When people say things like minimum wage shouldn't be sustainable for you to live on, it's literally what it was made for. I would have been able to buy a $60,000 house on minimum wage. And you should still be able to do that. I make well over double what I made in 2001 right now, and I wouldn't be able to qualify for a purchase on the exact same home I just described. How fucked is that?
Being an adult is expensive because I'm doing my financials for the month of April and all the bills I'm about to have to pay this weekend. And let me just read it off to you. So, first credit card bill, $689.25. The next credit card bill, thankfully, is only $11.54. Rent is a whopping $1,775, as in $1,775. Fees come out to another $110.70. Utilities, which is sewage, water, and electricity, $72.63. Wi-Fi bill, $42. Renter's insurance, $10. Speeding ticket I got in Virginia, $200. Toll fee that I also got in Virginia, $4. I haven't even totaled it. I'm scared. I'm scared.
I do not know how the world is going to play out for me. I am 21. I have had a death in my family that really halted my advance to college. I work at a minimum wage job that doesn't like to pay us. They are currently trying to fire a lot of people as we speak and get these new people in here, which is like, and I'm trying to look for a new job, but everywhere it's like they only want part-time, no full-time. I don't have a car. I'm having to rely on Uber and Lyft. And Uber and Lyft, y'all fucking suck. I hate the fuck out of both of y'all. It's like, I'm very aware that the cost of living is terrible right now. It's very fucking terrible. Like, I'm very aware of that. And I'm trying to combat that, but it's just like when I'm paid crumbs, it's like I'm not really that motivated. Like, my job, like with these new rules being in place that do affect our paychecks, which they didn't have to do, but because they didn't want to pay us, they did it. I don't like it here. Like, I don't know how life's gonna be for me. I don't know how the hell I'm going to afford a freaking small apartment. how the hell I'm gonna be able to pay or afford a car or rent or utilities or whatever the matter may be. Because the economy, this is the worst time to be turning 21, to be getting your own place. If you are not rich, okay, or privileged, this is the worst time to be a young adult.
People on SNAP benefits are working harder than you. They are. Sorry. People who are actively living in poverty and receiving benefits are not lazy or just not working hard enough. I mean, this has literally been disproven time and time again. But even if we're not talking about data and we're just like looking at the basic facts, somebody who does not struggle to pay their rent every month is thinking less about that prospect. People love to act like where they ended up in life is just because they worked really hard. But the reality is that all of these people that aren't doing as well as you also worked really hard. You just ended up being luckier than them, or you started out luckier. I ended up where I am today out of privilege and luck, and yes, some hard work. I run my own business. I don't make that much, but I also know that every single month I will have enough money to pay my rent, pay for groceries. But I also know that I am lazier and less hardworking than probably 98% of people who are getting benefits. Wanting people to suffer more because you just think that you did enough suffering is gross. That's all.
Most of us live paycheck to paycheck, right? Now, for me personally, and probably a handful of other people, May is a 3-pay period, right? It used to be that when you get paid 3 times, that third paycheck is a freebie, right? That's like free money. You get to like do whatever the hell you want to do with it, right? Buy yourself something nice, take yourself out to dinner, get the thing, do the thing, squirrel some of it away, right? It was just whatever the hell you wanted to do with it, you could. Y'all, in 2 weeks, all that money, that free check, that's going to bills. You know, the economy is bad when you need the third check of the month. That only happens twice a year, right? The magic check only happens twice a year. You know it's bad. And you can't afford gas and groceries and rent and all the other fucking shit that's gone up. When you need the third paycheck to survive. Okay? I'm not looking forward to June because y'all, we gotta collectively decide what bill we're not paying next month just to get by. Just to have an extra $200 or $300 to afford groceries, bro. Y'all, I do formula for my child because this didn't work out, right? Okay, so in 1 week, okay, probably 3 days, formula went up $6, okay? $6. Almost $43 a can for formula. I go through one in 5 days. The car payment bill, I'd rather pay over the gas prices. And a car payment bill is ridiculous. So collectively, what bill are we not paying next month just to get by? I'm just wondering. So I don't want to choose wrong, right?
So this is just going to be a little rant about how this country hates single people. You cannot succeed in this country if you're a single person, I swear. So I'm trying to move out of where I live now. I have a terrible living situation. And it's impossible. It's literally impossible. For a 1-bedroom, 1-bath house or apartment, everywhere I have looked near me is starting out at $1,200 to $1,400. How much is it for a 2-bedroom though? Starting out $1,200 to $1,400. So if I had a second person, this would probably be way easier. Not to mention, you cannot even have pets at any of these places. How you gonna allow children that will absolutely do damage? But my cats who sleep all day, they can't come? And then Verizon, I need you to count your days. I'm supposed to be paying $85 for unlimited everything. Somehow, though, my bill is always $99. And I just got an email a few days ago telling me that my plan is going to be raised by $4. So I still have a $100 phone payment. So then I was looking to change phone providers because no. But that's pretty much the price anywhere for 1 line. Now, if I were to sign up and get 4 lines, it would be $100. So I can pay for 1 line, which is $100, or I can get 4 for $100. Make it make sense. What the hell? So they're making it to where you cannot survive this economy by yourself. And I don't like people. So I don't want people in my space all the time. I'm living with a nightmare roommate right now, and I am miserable. So I know everybody else has got to be.
Hi, good morning. Good morning. All of my stuff is packed. It's absolutely wild. Let's talk about this comment. Okay, so a lot of you guys don't know me or like my background. Totally fine. Let me give like a quick synopsis. I am not lucky. I am not lucky. I had a really hard upbringing and I had a lot of like abuse in the home and I didn't have a lot of like parent support. I was actually adopted by a white family that does not like Black people and I am mixed race. So needless to say, I had some adversity. I was poor for so long. Like I really struggled. I was actually, fun fact, I was homeless for a period of my 20s. And when I tell you I have worked my ass off, I am one of the most hardworking people that you've ever come across. And I have no problem saying that because it is true. You can ask any of the companies I've ever worked for that I give 1000% to my job. I am first in the office, last out of the office. I work incredibly hard. That being said, after many, many, many years of working really hard, I now get to enjoy the benefits of my hard work. So, like, I appreciate the sentiment here. Also, though, like, I'm not lucky. I'm very much not lucky, and I was not put into a good situation, like a lot of other people. I worked really hard. Yeah. But yeah, I'm very blessed that I have the budget I do. Blessed. But that is because I earned it. I earned it. The millions of hours that I have put into my craft has allowed me to have the budget that I have. Not luck. Not luck, sir. Not luck. It's because I'm good at my job and people want to pay me for it, sir.
I'm moving out of the country with my 3 kids in 2 months, and I have no job lined up. I'm fucking crazy, yes, I know. But my soul feels at ease with this decision. I feel like I'm being guided to do this, and nobody else around me can sense or feel that because obviously they're not me. I know that it's gonna work out, and I know that things are gonna end up in my favor, and I'm not gonna have to worry. My biggest worry right now is getting out and then figuring it out when I'm there. And from the outside looking in, I can see how this looks very irresponsible, but with the state that this country is in, it's very irresponsible to stay, especially with my kids who are Mexican, me who is Black. The US is falling to shit, and I need to get out. I need to get the fuck out. That is my only concern, is getting out.
We need to bring back 24-hour grocery stores, and I'm so serious right now. It's 1 a.m. right now, okay? And I realized I don't have any contact solution. And so I get on Google Maps and I'm looking up stores that are open near me. And the only stores that are open are gas stations, okay? And I know that sometimes gas stations have little things, you know, like Band-Aids and like, I don't know, aspirin and stuff like that. So I find one that's open and I call them. I'm like, hey, weird question, but do you guys have contact solution? And then they're like, yeah, let me check really quick. And they're like, yeah, we have it. So I'm like, okay, sweet. And so I pull up to that gas station and I'm looking and looking and looking, and I don't see any contact solution. And I asked the cashier and she's like, yeah, if we have it, it'd be right over there. And that's the place I already looked for like 10 minutes. So now I'm like trying to call other gas stations, see if they have contact solution. And I don't want to just drive around all night. And like, obviously I could have realized this earlier, but I didn't need contact solution earlier. I need it right now. You know, so it's rather upsetting that there's no stores open right now where I can find contact solution. Hopefully I find some, but yeah, otherwise I'm just cooked.
Young people are getting priced out of literally everything, and it's honestly kind of ridiculous. Like, why is it that I want to buy a car that's 30 years old and I can't because they cost, I don't know, into the 25 to 30,000 range? It's utterly ridiculous. And I was talking about it with my buddy. We're both 2 young guys that make good money, like closer to 6 figures than not. And we both would be in financial ruin if we decided we wanted to go buy a brand new car or something like that from a dealer. It's just not possible, right? And I budget very heavily. I know exactly what I spent every single time I spent money this month. I know where it went, and it went into a spreadsheet. and it's just like, it's so terrible. Like when are we going to be able to afford things and just like actually enjoy the quality of life without worrying about, oh, I spent $10 here. Like, come on.
I used to think people were lying when it was payday and they'd be like, oh, I didn't even realize we were getting paid this week. I thought that they were literally crazy. They're like, oh, I didn't even realize it was payday. What do you mean you didn't realize it was payday? I literally have been counting since last payday till this payday, and I'm going to be counting till the next payday now. That was how we used to live. Less than paycheck to paycheck. We'd get paid, and the next 24 hours, we would have $25. That was after the bills were paid, but before we bought groceries or before we bought gas or anything else that we needed. And I truly was like, there's got to be a different way to live life. We cannot continue living like this. We cannot continue struggling to pay for groceries. There has got to be something else. I work full time. My husband works full time. And I was like, what are we supposed to do? And then I saw digital marketing. I saw digital marketing on my For You page for 8 months, and I saw people making thousands of dollars a day, thousands of dollars a week. And I was like, no, that's not real. There's no way that those people are making that kind of money, because if they were, then more people would be doing it. And I'm here to tell you, 17 months in, I still ask myself, why are more people not doing this? We have been able to pay off $100,000 worth of debt in less than a year, all because of digital marketing. We've been able to build a savings account. We've been able to take our kids on a dream vacation. We have been able to finally afford life. And now we're at a point where we're like, oh, didn't even realize that it was payday. I'm here to tell you that it's real. And I'm here to tell you that it's just as possible for you to make this kind of income as it is for me. But the longer it takes for you to start, the longer it's going to take for you to start making money.
The Black Friday sales, a scam. Christmas holidays is a scam. All of these things that require you to spend money to be happy or to participate, it's a scam. Think about it. You work all week long just to go spend money on your off day to have fun. I made this video because every holiday season, I noticed that like depression rates increase, and so does a lot of other things like self-harm and, you know, things like that, because people just beat themselves up and they feel so lonely, or they feel like they're missing out on so much. You're not. Just because we live in a society where we have all these holidays and it's like consume. I'm 39 this year, and hey, I don't have any kids, so I don't need to be holiday shopping. Like, that's my reality, and I'm grateful for that. And I don't need a Christmas tree. I don't need to decorate my house. I don't need to do all of that. It's so unnecessary.
This year, 2026, all 4,500 Walmarts will be shifting over to digital price tags. And that also means that Walmart will be involved in surge pricing, and more stores are starting to do this. So if you're unaware, digital price tags allow Walmart and other companies to slightly raise and lower prices depending on when you're shopping. When there's a lot of people in the store, they will slightly raise prices, and when there's nobody there, they'll drop them back to normal again. This is being done in order to maximize profit, because even a couple of cents here and there across the board with millions of people means lots of money. But with these digital price tags, they've also announced facial recognition technology to watch your face, and also emotional recognition technology. Yes, that is correct. Emotional recognition technology. So for instance, if you go down the cereal aisle and your kids start jumping and are super happy about a specific type of cereal, Walmart will see their emotion and they'll slightly raise prices because you like it. So yes, not just digital ID, coupled with facial recognition and emotional recognition. That's where Walmart is headed. But don't worry, it'll be all stores coming up.
According to Google, Walmart has explored using AI-powered facial recognition cameras at checkout lines to scan shoppers' faces, aiming to detect dissatisfaction or frustration in real time. According to reports, this technology, often associated with emotion AI or affective computing, aims to identify unhappy customers for management intervention before they complain, essentially functioning as in-store surveillance.
I just bought something at Walmart, and look what happened at the self-checkout. What's going on? It said I'm automatically connected, but that's not my phone number. That phone number doesn't belong to anybody in my family. So it was my name, but somebody else's phone number that I don't recognize, and I'm pissed off about it, because what if I was buying something personal or embarrassing and that receipt got sent to somebody else? If I wanted a digital receipt, I would ask for it myself and I'd put my phone number in, but I don't need Walmart to be automatically connecting me to anything. And I know before y'all say don't go to Walmart no more, y'all tell me where I can find this besides online that I can get it today, because I needed it today. That's all. I don't even eat food hardly. This is what I live off of. So if I can't get it today, then I don't want y'all comment and tell me to buy it on Amazon. I know I can get it on Amazon, but I wanted it right now. So that's why I went to Walmart, and I do grocery delivery for them. But I'm annoyed, I'm irritated, and I want to know what is the purpose of this. They're not making anybody's life easier. They're just pissing people off.
So I'm leaving Walmart, right? And you know that they have the little, you can put your phone number in if you don't want it, you want your receipt to just get text to you, right? Tell me why I skipped that part. You're ready to pay, but it still recognized my transaction and I got the text receipt. Do they got like camera recognition in the little things that has your, I already knew I was in here like 15 minutes ago, but it wasn't even the same register. No, I wonder what's going on, Walmart. Y'all can't get Apple Pay, but y'all got face recognition.
Walmart has the state-of-the-art technology when it comes down to shoplifting prevention, including facial recognition. It does. Y'all don't believe me? Ask somebody that worked at Walmart. Ask somebody that was in loss prevention. Ask a law enforcement officer in a community that has Walmart, and they will tell you they have it. And is it legal? Yes, it is.
Hey, Walmart, how did you know that I was at your store and emailed me a couple of days ago? Oh, that's easy. We just tracked you through the Walmart app. You just got location services turned on. I've never used the Walmart app, and I don't have it installed on my phone. I've literally never had it installed on my phone. Oh, you probably just made a purchase with your debit card, and it's linked to your Walmart account or information that you've given us before. I actually just walked into the store and then left. I didn't make any purchases. Oh, then your phone probably connected to the Wi-Fi or something like that. No, my phone was in my pocket, but I had the Wi-Fi turned off, and I checked the next time I went to your store. I've never connected to Walmart Wi-Fi. It's not like a preferred network or anything. It might not be a preferred network, but we probably have it associated with your user profile and your email. Yeah, well, I've never given Walmart this particular email address, except maybe in the context of picking up some medicine for my kids. Oh, so you have given us this email address before. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that email address would be personally identifiable information under HIPAA and shouldn't be something that you're allowed to use in other aspects of your business, like marketing to me. And also, it doesn't explain how I was connected to my email address in the first place. Oh, we're definitely just using facial recognition to scan you every time you walk into our store, and then we just connect that to your email address. We don't care about things like privacy, obviously, so we just connect it to your email address. That's it. Cool. Quick question. Why are all those missing kids posters up at the front of your store? Like, have you not been able to just ID them when they walk into your store? Yeah, we're not taking it.
I've put $20 in my tank 20 times this fucking week. I've never touched a gas pump this many times in my entire life. $5 is 1 gallon. 1 gallon. I'm fucking broke. Can we get it together? Can we truly, honestly get it the fuck together?
Oh, that's a damn lie. I know that damn gas station don't say that's $4.49 a damn $4.49 a damn. You gotta be. Oh, what about the gas prices ain't gonna go up? We got you. You ain't gonna have to work.
Pretty sure this is my most expensive fill up. Pretty sure I'm about to spend $175 to fill my tank. Just kidding, it was $140, but still, that's my highest.
It will actually kill people. And let me explain. I worked with rural communities, and I worked with people who are on disabilities, and I worked with people who were socially isolated. And that little bit of gas that they now can't afford means that they can't make trips into town, means that they can't go visit their relatives, means that they can't go check on friends. That's gone. That's going to be gone now. They're not going to be able to afford that. There is nothing left for a lot of people to cut. There is no second job that they can get. A lot of people live in places where they can barely get a first job. And you have people on disability, benefits, veterans benefits, or whatever. There is no extra thing that they can do. And if they try to do some extra thing, it takes away from the benefits that they already have. So
So what choices do people have now? And the United States is set up in so many places where if you do not have gas, you do not have access to food programs. You do not have access to social services. You are totally isolated in your little place, with nowhere to go. People were already choosing between medications and food, and now they're going to be choosing between, gas. They don't have gas. How can they make a trip to the doctor? How can they go check on grandma? They don't have any way to get there. I've heard people say, like, I literally have no way to get to the food bank because I can't put gas in my car. So how would I even get there? So I don't have food now. I just don't have food. I'll have to go without food.
Okay, so can we stop doing this, people? For those of you who somebody says, like, gas is $5 a gallon, this is ridiculous, and then the response is, well, it was higher under Biden. Shut the fuck up. I don't care whether that's true or not true. High gas prices are high gas prices. I don't give a fuck who's in the White House. I'm pissed if I'm paying a fortune to put gas in the car I need to get around because my state refuses to have any kind of public transportation that makes it easy to go from point A to point B. I don't give a fuck what your excuse is. I don't want to pay high gas prices. I was pissed then. I'm pissed now. Stop trying to play the blame game of, no, Biden this, Biden that. Fucking shut the fuck up. I don't want to pay high gas prices. There's no reason for this.
Gas prices in Houston are getting out of control. They're getting out of control everywhere. But you have to understand something about Houston. We ain't never seen $5 gas before. And right now, as of today, the average gas price in Houston is $4 a gallon. Right now, everybody's like, $4, that's high as hell. But it's creeping up to $5 real quick. So let's just say it is $5 a gallon. For one thing, a lot of Houston folks won't be moving around as much. Let's be honest. Let's be truly honest about that. All that running the city and stuff like that, y'all be going home and to work. And maybe the grocery store. But I do believe that a lot of y'all won't go crazy if we hit $5 gas. I believe it's going to be riding in the streets if we hit $5 gas in Houston, because we've never seen it before. I've been to other places and seen it. I've been to LA and saw it. I've been to New York and saw it. I've been to a lot of places and seen $5 gas, and I was just outraged that it was $5. But seeing $5 gas in Houston, Texas, I just wonder how people are going to react. And I don't think it's going to be nice either. I think it's going to be a lot of cussing, fussing, and a lot of holding people back.
Okay, serious question. How are y'all affording these gas prices? I'm lucky enough that I'm a dink, which means dual income, no kids, and me and my husband make decent money. So while it sucks to pay this much in gas, we can still do it. Like, I just spent $75 to fill up my gas tank, and it wasn't even all the way on empty. So I just want to know, how are y'all doing it? Like, the people that are just going out into the world as like a college graduate, or people who just haven't established themselves with a good job, or even people that have a pretty good job, but it just doesn't pay enough for the amount of that things cost these days. How are y'all doing it? Are you just putting more on credit cards? Is that why Trump's little minion was out there bragging about how Americans are spending more on credit cards, or what? Let me know what you think. I'm genuinely curious how people are making this work.
We just finished COVID, bro. We just finished. Quite literally, bro, my lungs are still recovering. I caught that shit 3 times. My immune system is compromised. I can't handle another outbreak, gang. Right before summertime? And the thing is, y'all got this because y'all living amongst rodents. How you living with the rats and you still afforded to get on a cruise? I don't understand how the money works right now. Then y'all sad, y'all bro want to get on the internet crying that he on the ship. Let me tell you something. We not docking that bitch. I'm gonna tell you right now. We not docking. I feel for you, truthfully, I really do. But I promise you not coming home. To add on, the World Cup is around the corner. I heard that shit was in Argentina. I'm not gonna lie, we putting a cancel on everything. We putting a stop motion on all the shit. I can't handle another one, bro. I'm sorry, I'm not going for it.
before we even get going on our day trip today to go do fun things. Sorry about all the traffic. We're at the gas station, but this is thanks to the dysfunctional government we have. Okay, don't judge us. Yes, we drive a BMW, and that means we have to put premium fuel in our car. But excuse me, $5.09 a gallon.
Is there any chance you can watch the pump while I go sell myself on the corner at Pegasus?
So there's a big middle finger to this current administration. That's how much it costs to fill up our gas tank. My husband got frustrated and stopped the pump before it reached $101. So we're almost full, but not quite.
I drive a normal size SUV. It takes 18 gallons of gas to fill up my tank. I paid $78. Minimum wage where I'm at is $14 an hour. So that means that if somebody wants to be able to get to work their minimum wage job, they have to then work 6 hours just to fill up their gas can, just to get to work to make $14 an hour. That is so beyond fucked up. So beyond fucked up. Like, I think we should all just start riding bikes. Oh, wait. I can't even afford the area I work in. So I have to live 30 minutes away where I can afford to live. Okay. Well, that's really great. I love this economy so much. Oh, and second of all, I didn't vote for this shit. Couldn't be me. Could not be me. Anyways, I'm going to go back to my job to be able to afford to fill up my car to get to my job.
I know we have over-talked this subject, and I hate to be another person to say it, but the way that gas is over $6 a gallon is really affecting my life, man. It's less food in my refrigerator. We've downsized to one car. You know, it's a lot. And thank God we only use one car right now, because if you can afford, and I mean afford time-wise, like you don't have to be in a rush to go somewhere, take the bus, take the train.
Paying for gas, yo. I'm at the pump, right? And we were talking about gas prices. He said it's like $1.70 a liter. I was like, oh, okay, that ain't too bad. I did the math. Yo, these motherfuckers are paying like $6 a gallon? I don't know if that's right. And I don't know if my homeboy might have just like messed up the numbers a little bit. But $6 a gallon at the pump? Oh my goodness. Oh man. I thought we had it bad in the US when we were paying $5, we were paying $4. But $6? And in a lot of these countries, yo, minimum wage be like $5.23. So no wonder these people are so mad, especially about the fuel hikes and especially about what's going on right now, because 6 whole euros is absurd, because it's not even in dollars, it's in euros. I'm about to see how much this guy puts into his tank to fill it up.
I just want to know, why is this gas only lasting 21 business minutes? Huh? Why is it only lasting 21 business minutes? I just put gas in this car. Today is Thursday. I knew yesterday I needed gas. Okay? I'm just able to get here today. I literally just put gas in here. Filled it up. I believe, Monday? I think it was Monday. And I'm already needing gas. And I'm not talking about like, you know what I'm saying, I got a quarter. I had 30 more miles until empty. 30 miles. That's zero, basically. The gas is leaving too fast for it to cost this much. This gas here is $3.99. Okay? $3.99. I live on the East Coast. I'm in North Carolina. So for those of y'all who are paying more than that, don't come over here complaining about, oh, that ain't nothing. Yes, it is, because our gas here don't cost no damn $3.99. That's high. Okay? For us living here on the East Coast. You know what the cost of living over here is? You know what minimum wage is here? Like $3.99 is a lot. Okay? For a gallon of gas. I just filled it up. And it's already gone. That's insane. Hell, I'm tempted to not let it fill up, because damn, I don't want to pay $50, $60 for no gas. I drive a Nissan Rogue. I usually am able, when gas is doing its thing, you know what I'm saying? It's a decent price. It's what it's supposed to be. I'm usually able to fill this tank up for about anywhere between $40 and $45, right? So that 42, 43 sweet spot. I've been paying almost $60 for their gas. Look at her. We passed $53 right now. Okay. It just stopped at $53.83. I think Monday, I paid $56. A week ago, I paid $58. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. At this point, let's all just be back at home in the house doing remote Zoom, everything. I'd be okay with that. I'd 199,000% be okay with that. I know y'all don't want to do remote learning, remote school anymore. I do. Because I don't want to keep paying for this damn gas. I honestly just don't even want to leave my house at all. I'm okay with being at home all day, every day. I'm alright with that. I'd rather do that than continue to pay my whole damn check in gasoline and food. That is insane.
Okay, this is actually insane. I just spent $95 filling up my truck at Costco. I don't think I've ever once in my entire life spent that much money filling up my truck on gas. Like, what is going on? And this was at Costco. It's not like this was at like freaking Shell or something. No, this was at Costco. Mind you, in Boca, so that's might be the problem. But what is going on with these gas prices?
And how these gas prices looking? I'm finna get me a damn bicycle. Fuck it. Gas prices in Georgia, South Georgia, where I'm at. I'm stationed in the state of Georgia. This shit is pushing $4. $4. Four. All right. Gas just last year was like $2.25, $2.30. I could put $20 in my tank and ride on that shit all week, 2 weeks, until I get paid again. Nah, baby, I ain't rolled on a full tank of gas since last year. Been riding on $10 every week until I get paid again, because it takes me at least now, what, $35, $40, maybe $45 to fill up my tank? Yeah. Fuck out my face. Was literally talking to somebody on the phone, helping them with their dental benefits. In California, gas prices are $6 to $7, maybe $8. This shit gotta be a scam. America is a scam. I don't care what y'all say. Living in this country is a fucking scam. Look at the shit that they doing to us. Look at the shit that they doing, bro. You about can't afford to drive nowhere. You about can't afford to go to work because gas is super expensive right now. $4 for gas. I know, like at the corner stores down here in Georgia where I'm at, gas is like $3.99 at the little Arab stores and all of that. But like BP, Circle K, they gas is like $3.79, $3.80, pushing $4, just a few cents less. When I used to go to the corner store, because the corner store was cheaper than all the other gas stations, Circle K, BP, and all that. But now $4 for some damn gas? Bitch, yeah, I'm gonna get me a boat and paddle it across the road instead of driving. Not to mention, grocery is super expensive right now. I don't even want to shop at Walmart. I don't shop at Walmart. I don't shop at Publix. I get all my stuff from Aldi. I might not get my meats or anything from there, but my snacks and stuff, baby, all my stuff coming from Aldi's. I'm walking out of there at least with 5 or 6 bags worth of stuff for $150. But when you go to Walmart, you're gonna pay by $200, maybe more for their little stuff. Baby, I might as well get me some roller skates and a buggy and maneuver that way, because how gas is looking right now, then the jobs don't want to pay. They're paying the bare minimum. And not to mention rent, light bill. Yeah, this shit is this shit is beyond me. Why is everything so fucking expensive in America? Like, are we being punked? We gotta be being punked. Gots to be.
Good morning. Just good morning, good afternoon, good evening, child. I'm so flabbergasted I can't even do my little intro. But baby, I was complaining when gas was $4.19. It dropped this weekend. It was $3.99. Baby, it's up to $4.29. I'm just so confused. Everything is going up but the checks. Can somebody make it make sense? Are we not in a recession? Cost of living is high. Everything costs. Groceries cost. Gas costs. Car parts cost. Everything costs. Where is the greater? Where is the greater? Because this is very miserable. And I know people are like, I don't pay attention to the gas. And that's fine. That's cute. But let's just be realistic. I live in Winston-Salem. Winston-Salem, baby. We not even, we low-key rural. We not even city for real. But $4.29 is crazy. And I stay in North Carolina where the minimum wage is still $7.25 freaking cents. It ain't jumped, it ain't moved, it ain't skipped. It's $7.25. What is going, like, I'm just trying to figure out how anybody thinks this makes sense. And I'm not even a political girly. When I say, like, I don't talk about this, but let's just be so freaking, if we're gonna be anything, let's be so freaking for real. I thought that man told y'all he was gonna make things easier, more affordable. Where is it at? Did he mean after he go? Like, I just want somebody to make it make sense for me. Because it's not only just affecting me, it's affecting y'all too. Like, gas is $4.29. Like, and if you live on the West Coast, I know it's higher, but let's be fair, y'all, stuff for y'all always been high. It's always been more expensive and up north. Like, it's always been high. But this right, I'm disgusted. I'm so disgusted. Anyways, y'all have a good day, or at least try to.
So when I turned 16 and I had my first car, I used to fill that bitch up for $35. She had a 12-gallon tank and $35 filled her up. Well, now flash forward to today. I just put $35 in my tank. And guess how many gallons of gas that got me? 5 gallons! 5! It got me a quarter of a tank! How are we supposed to live our lives and pay our bills when it literally costs my left pinky to get a gallon of gas in Washington State? Someone's gotta lower these gas prices before I have to start working the fucking street corner!
Can I help you? Big Mac, fillet of fish, large fry, chicken McNugget.
Happy Meal?
Happy Meal.
And I'll have a hamburger, small fry, and a Diet Coke.
What size Diet Coke will it be? That comes to $10.84, please.
$10.84 for all of this? Let's see how much it costs in today's money. All right, so in my area, a Big Mac is $5.39, Filet-O-Fish $4.99, large fries $4.69, 6-piece McNuggets $3.49, Happy Meal $4.39, hamburger $2.59, small fries $2.49, and small drink $1.59. So the total so far is $29.62, but with LA tax, that's $32.43. So the price has increased 199%. But let's see if wages have kept up. In 1990, the average was around $21,000, whereas in 2023, it was around $66,000. We don't have information on 2024 nor 2025, so we'll just go with this number. And when we do the math, we see that the wages have increased 216%. Which actually beats the amount this meal went up by. I know it's not the answer a lot of you guys wanted. Some of you would say, oh, the numbers are juked. And of course, I'm sure there's some shrinkflation going on.
Guys, my sister got a tall from Starbucks. This seems tiny. Did shrinkflation hit Starbucks? Look how small this is. This is not a tall, is it?
Also, when did a large fry turn into this? Why is my large fry this small? Mind you, if you're trying to be healthy, McDonald's is not a place. Like, if I'm trying to eat unhealthy, I want to go hard or go home. As you can see. As you can see. As you can see. As you can see. So, like, McDonald's, please cut it out. Like, and this is, like, what's left in the bag. Very odd behavior.
Shrinkflation is one of those things that feels small until it hits your whole cart. One bag is lighter, one box is smaller, and the receipt still looks worse.
Embarrassing examples of shrinkflation. They slapped the same $23 price tag on it, but stole 10 ounces of product. This is why our grocery bills are skyrocketing. Tide stole 15 loads from the jug. That's 2 weeks of laundry gone. Bounce quietly cut 15 sheets from the box. That's 15 loads stolen from your laundry room. Colgate is literally selling us air. We're just paying for cardboard. CeraVe just snatched 3 ounces from the top. You're paying the same price to fix your dry skin, but getting way less product. 70%. Juice became 60, but the price stayed the same. Costco thinks we can't do math. Skimpflation is real. Check your Keurig stash. They shorted us 2 pods. Same price, less caffeine. They killed the 5-pack. Now your kid goes hungry on Friday. It's a total lunchbox nightmare. Cars cut 70 calories from the pack. You're paying full price for a diet version. Extra quietly swiped 4 pieces from the pack. You're losing nearly 20% of the product right at the checkout line. They shaved off 10 grams, but kept the jar the same size. Grocery stores are playing mind games with us. Open the tin and half of it is missing. I paid full price for a swimming pool of oil. This is a total ripoff.
Here's just one example of shrinkflation they found. In 2021, a 15.5-ounce bag of Doritos cost $4.79. In 2022, the same bag cost $5.99. In 2023, the price stayed the same at $5.99, but the bag got smaller, now only 14.5 ounces. In 2026, a 14.4-ounce bag now costs $6.69.
Stocking things, and I have to stock these Dawn, and here it is, 479 milliliters of Dawn, and I am putting this one on the shelf, and it is 431 milliliters. Same price, same bottle, same UPC, just another example of corporations taking advantage of us.
I just opened up my hard sausage because I was gonna have a snack, and where the fuck are my tips? What is this shrinkflation bullshit? You got rid of the tips. The tips are arguably the best, just the tip. What the hell?
So I just ordered food and I'm sorry, but y'all need to see this. Why is my chicken the size of my finger? And this is half full. $35.
I finally proved it. They are shortening the bags. This whole bag fit in this whole bag. Bruh, this was $3, bro. This is not $3, bro.
And the price is going up.
People talk about shrinkflation, meaning the money staying the same, but the thing you're buying going down. This is what we're talking about. All right, demonstrate. We just opened the bag.
Brand new bag.
Brand new bag.
I'm like, oh, it's pretty good.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Ready? That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Like, criminal. They're
Look
good
up.
though. Yeah.
This is no longer shrinkflation. I'm calling it greedflation. Like when Head & Shoulders increase the size of their bottle but actually give you an ounce less. Cliff Bars going from 6 to 5 but keeping the box the exact same. Drinks going from 70 to 60% juice. Cheese strings visibly shrinking in size. Even brands like CeraVe keeping the bottle identical but going from 12 to 11 fluid ounces. The only way to stop this is to vote with your wallet, so follow me because I'm exposing every brand that does this. Kia just put grooves in their candles to give you less wax. Gillette has given you one less razor despite the space still being there. But it's not just food. Sandpaper is down 4 to 3 sheets. Kids' books are getting smaller. Even candles are being sold half full. It's called shrinkflation, and it's the reason you're getting less but paying more. It feels like every company is doing this, so follow along because I'm exposing every brand that does this.
Ever wonder why a bag of chips used to be like this? Now it feels like they're like this?
Let me explain. We all know inflation is getting super bad right now, but companies can't just raise their prices too much, otherwise we'll just stop buying their stuff. So instead of inflating the prices too much, they shrink the amount that they give you and hope you don't notice. And it seems like no one is safe from this. Cereal, ice cream, even toilet paper rolls are silently shrinking but staying the same price. I mean, think about it. Lay's sells 3.8 million bags of chips per day. How much more would they make if they just took one chip out of every bag?
Hey, I'm here at Sam's Club with another outrageous example of shrinkflation. If things keep getting smaller, this is just going to be crazy. But check this out. Okay, we are at Sam's Club, and as part of America's 250th anniversary special, we have now set shrinkflation to a whole new level. So this is a box of Frito-Lay snack bags, and each bag is half an ounce. Let that sink in, half an ounce. So if you Google that, most bags of chips, that would be 4 or 6 chips in a bag. That's just crazy. If stuff keeps getting any smaller, we're just gonna have a bag of air.
You know what really pisses me off? This deodorant. 18 of my hard-earned dollars, brand new out of the box. It still has a seal on it, and I'm gonna show you what happens. You can see, kind of, there's a gap right there. Still going. Look how much space there is now. Oh, there we go. So it's finally coming out, and we're about halfway. Like, if I'm spending $18 on this shit, I'm kind of expecting this to be full.
Wait, y'all, is this shrinkflation? Because I eat at the same food place all the time, and I'm someone that's a creature of habit, so I get the same 2 or 3 things every single time, right? When I used to get this meal, it used to come in a whole container with the sandwich. This is just a grilled cheese, like a vegan grilled cheese. It would have the vegan grilled cheese, like a pesto layered one with arugula, whatever, and then a side salad. It also used to come with the soup, right? They took away the soup. I said, okay. It was now this container with the nice size slices of grilled cheese and the side salad. That was like a month ago, not even, that I just got that. I went and got one today. This is now it. Mind you, the price is still the same, if not more, because it was $14, almost $15 for this with nothing else. They played. Please tell me they played, because I'm looking at this like y'all played. She sent me that bag. I said, in the lunch bag?
Prices aren't just going up, stuff is getting smaller. You've probably seen it at the grocery store. You go to get an item you always get, and even though the price is the same, it's smaller. There's a name for this. It's called shrinkflation, and it's happening everywhere right now. Products are decreasing their size but staying the same price, so you're getting less for the same amount of money. Not just on food, on everything. And sometimes it's really subtle. Look at this canned good. 90 calories over here, 70 calories over here, so you're getting less of the product inside the can. And these cereal boxes are the same size, but the weight of the cereal has decreased, meaning there's more air in this package, but you're paying the same price. So at the end of the day, you're spending more money to get the same amount of product that you would have gotten before. It's just inflation with a different name. And while inflation is hurting all of us, companies are making record profits.
Shrinkflation is when companies make their products smaller but keep it at the same price, and it exposes just how hard customers are getting robbed. Because while a can of tomatoes used to have 650 milliliters, today it might have 600 milliliters. Companies have an incentive to do this because if they can make more profit and customers won't even know this, why wouldn't they? But it gets even worse because sometimes they change what's in the product, which is a different form of shrinkflation. For example, the original can used to have tomato puree as their primary ingredient, but now their primary ingredient is water. And if they can charge the same amount of money for something that has less of the more expensive thing, then why would they not do that? The only issue is when enough customers get together and get mad about it, and then there's nothing companies can do. Like, one of the most angering one for consumers is that this packet of gum is supposed to have 10 slots for gum, but they replaced one of them with a thumb grip. And as long as customers don't notice, they're able to reduce their cost of making this entire packet of gum by 10% because they don't have to include one of the 10 gums. And once you start to notice it, you'll see it everywhere, even on stuff like breath strips, where you literally are getting basically half of what you used to, even though it's the same price. So follow to be aware of stuff like this, or you might never see me again.
I've been buying this for over a year, and I'm a little disappointed because this is my old bottle. As you can see, it's very empty. I love this stuff so much that I cut it and I use every last drop. Like, so good. It's Barrier butter, if you're wondering. Anyway, and it's a 5-ounce bottle. This was $38. 5 ounces for $38 is incredible for skincare. Tell me why for $36, the new version of this is only 3.4 ounces. That's crazy. She offers a big and a little size of this product. These are both the big sizes. That's crazy. That is so much less product for only $2 cheaper. And you know what? It'd be different if it was one of those products where like a little goes a long way. At that point, like, I get why bottles are small, but like this, you don't use this stuff very sparingly. This is Olaplex, so it's beside the point, but I probably use like that much on my face. I don't know, maybe I have a big head, so I need a lot. But it's a product that I definitely think is worth staying at a 5-ounce point. And it's not even on some travel size shit because she offers the little option so people who are traveling can buy that one. I don't know, I just ordered sushi, I catch up on some YouTube and chill.
Okay, you guys, I hate to sound like I'm putting my tinfoil hat on, but they're shrinking bottles of orange juice. I'm like sick right now. I swear to God, they're shrinking the orange juice. They're shrinking the orange juice. Like, this is a standard bottle of Minute Maid, not shrink. This is Simply, and I don't know, now that I'm looking at it on camera, maybe I'm crazy, but I swear to God, Simply jugs used to be bigger than this. Like, the base of the bottle was as big as like the rectangular part of the Minute Maid jug, and like the neck started like here up kind of thing. Am I crazy? I feel like I'm crazy now that I'm talking about this on camera. Am I crazy? Also, orange juice is $5 per gallon, no matter like what brand you get. I'm sick. I just want some vitamin C. Are they shrinking the orange juice? I feel crazy.
These companies think that they're slick and that they can pull some fast ones on us because they think we won't notice. So I recently bought a box of protein Honey Nut Cheerios, okay? It's the large size box. This is a regular box of Honey Nut Cheerios. They are, for all intents and purposes, the same size. Now, they are different weights. The regular Honey Nut Cheerios is 10.8 ounces. The large size protein Honey Nut Cheerios is 11.2 ounces. So, just in case anybody asks you, according to big food companies, the difference between a regular size box of cereal and a large size box of cereal is roughly 0.4 ounces. So, I hate it here.
Chick-fil-A, tell me. What is this? What is this? Dog. Where is... Bro, I took like 3 bites. I'm seeing this and I'm like, yo, give me a big sandwich today. I'm eating good. What is this? Dog, this is more breading than actual chicken, bro. Like, and here's the thing, Chick-fil-A. You've slowly been doing this, and I peeped, bro. I have a picture from a few months ago where the sandwich is literally smaller than my hand. I mean, I guess I have like, okay, but bro, why is it like I was able to palm it? Like it fit in the size of my palm, bro. I'm not paying like $6 for that, bro. I'm paying for the quality, and this is what you guys are doing to us, bro. Please be better, bro. Be better. I'm taking more bites. There's still no chicken. I mean, this side, barely anything. Dog, what is, bro? I'm actually about to tweet, bro. I'm so hungry, and this is what I'm getting, bro. I'm damn near halfway, bro. A little bit past, honestly.
It looks smaller when you open it. Oh my god.
This is the best example of shrinkflation I have seen, and it's not involving a brand name thing. This is the Myers knockoff Rice Krispie cereal, okay? This whole bag used to fill up this entire container. Now there is just a little bit in there. This is what my kids get their cereal out of. I thought I was going crazy a month ago. I was like, maybe manufacturing defect. Look, I just bought 3 brand new boxes of these because I'm not paying $5 for a box of cereal, so I get a lot of off-brands, okay? Literally, just open, okay? Not open. Let me show you this. I thought I was going crazy. I'm not going crazy. Half of what used to be filled up in this. Maybe a little more than halfway, given that there was just a little bit in there and there's a little dip in there. What is this? Why are companies doing this to consumers? It's bullshit. This should be filled up to right about here, which gives room for the lid, which is over there on the thing. Why are companies doing this? The point is, this whole shrinkflation is bullshit. This should be filled up to here, not all the way down here. Thank you.
Shrinkflation, skimpflation, shrinkflation, again with the shrinkflation on all flavors of the Cadbury Brunch. Skimpflation, is there any butter in these butter packets? This is from KFC. More shrinkflation. I had one person comment, it's okay for things to have different sizes, but the key here is that these 2 different sizes are the same price. What used to have 5 bars now only has 4 bars. Skimpflation. There may be the same number of crackers per package, but these are much smaller than they used to be individually. Hillshire Farms shrinkflation. 8 ounces was previously 9 ounces. Shrinkflation. Shrinkflation. The old one was 18.7, the new one is 16.8, both the same price. You can see there a little bit better. Skimpflation. Now this one is hard to understand, so bear with me. This is Schlotzsky's Deli. They originally had said redeem 200 Schlotzsky's reward points for a giant sandwich. So this person earned 200 points, but then was stopped at the gate because they needed 280 points. So they had moved the goalpost, skimping the rewards by inflating the requirements. Gen Z and Gen Alpha, if you're ever wondering what a normal size product looks like, just find the family size or party size of whatever you're about to buy and then compare it to the normal. And you'll see a pretty drastic difference just like that. So this is what it used to be. Family size cheese. See how it's 2 pounds? That's because we used to buy them by the brick and then we would shred our own, and they started finding out that we liked it pre-shredded. So they started making it like this. But then they wanted to give us less. So they started giving us this kind of size, 8 ounces, compared to the 2 pounds that we used to get standard. Party size potato chips. This is the size they used to come in standard. Literally, this is just a bag of chips. This is the size they used to come in always. 8 ounces, 12 ounces. 12 and a half even. Look at that. Bag of Doritos. Literally, this is just a normal size back in the day. Now they're so tiny. So tiny, look at that. See, family size. This is the size Oreos used to come in. Standard. There it is. Look at, do you see how tiny that is? 13.29 ounces. Look at Double Stuff is even smaller, like so much smaller. See the difference? This is what they're claiming is normal. This is how it used to look. This is the family size. Now they have party size to act as though there's ever been a difference, but this is what it used to be. See how they have this original size Cheez-It? Look at how it compares to this pantry size. And here's family size. This is probably closer to the original size right here. This 12.4 ounces would have been the original size. You see this family pack of chicken nuggets that actually has more than 1 meal's worth in it? That was standard. Didn't used to cost $15 either. Now this is apparently normal size. Literally 1 to 2 meals with small children. I think it was about 3 years ago now that I came here to this very store and my first viral video went viral. And I was actually talking about the deals that they do, like this buy 3 get 3 free, and I was calling out the multiple reasons they do this for marketing purposes, but at that time it was $9.99. And I was calling out that they raised the price from $7.99 to $9.99 and then added the deals in to be somewhat duplicitous and deceptive in their marketing. As many people pointed out, not only is it not deceptive because they're raising the price, It was for an additional slew of reasons that I will talk about now. You'll notice when you look at the regular price, then they show the price per ounce, and even sale prices, they do the price per ounce. But if they do something like this, buy 3 get 3 free, you're left doing the math again. They don't have to list the price per ounce for that. So then you have to find out what the price per ounce is for this deal. It's one of the ways that they get around having to legally list the price per ounce in the states that require it. They also use these kinds of deals to buy 3 get 3 free to sort of distract from the fact that it's $12 for a 12-pack, putting a 12-ounce can of soda now at $1 each, which is blowing my mind. I remember getting them for 50 cents from a vending machine in my middle school.
You're not gonna believe what these are weighing out. Hey guys, at Dollar General today. Why don't you come inside with me? I'm gonna check out a possible shrinkflation item. So Dollar General carries these Clover Valley products right here. These would be comparable to the Walmart Great Value. It's their generic brand. So I've noticed when I've been in here that some of these are a little questionable, especially on weight. Today I want to check out over here. I want to check out this powdered sugar. All right, first let's check out the scale. That weighs 2 pounds. We're at 2.01. All right, so we're set. So the packaging on this alone probably weighs about an ounce or so. So we got to think about that as well. Let's weigh them out. .138. 0.152. 1.120. 1.12. 1.12. 1.12. 1.15. So all of them. Well guys, that right there is definitely shrinkflation. I think we're gonna have to spend a little more time in Dollar General checking some things out. Hey guys, always remember, when you're out shopping, check your weights.
All right, so get a load of this. So this is an unopened package of bacon, right? I think we can all agree that that is unopened, okay? So it says that it's 12 ounces. I picked it up and I was like, okay. I mean, I know these usually come in a pound, but I got the 12 ounce instead. It was like $4. So I was just curious. So let's see. Because I know everybody keeps saying that we're not getting screwed, but look at that. That's with the package. Hold on. You can see it coming out of the package. I know everybody thinks these are fake. This is not fake. So this is the bacon that just came out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slices in this thing. Okay, let's see how much it weighs. It says that it's 12 ounces, but we saw that it can't possibly be. It is 7 ounces. So shrinkflation isn't real and they're not scamming us. Right.
Here I go again, guys, with this shrinkflation. So today, I asked my daughter to grab some washing stuff out of the garage because I couponed and I had my stash, right, guys? Anyways, I'm going to make this short and quick to the best of my ability, right? So when she grabbed it, I was like, dang, that's small. So when I came outside to sit in the garage, I was like, well, let me see what's going on over here. Why is this one so big and this one is so small? Well, I can tell you guys that this is the newer size that we have, and this is the older size right here. Now, I called my 17-year-old out here. I said, what's wrong with this? And she said, well, that one's a lot smaller, but that one said 140 loads, and that one is a lot bigger, and that one says only 100 loads. And then she said, well, look at the ounces. This one is definitely bigger because it says 150 ounces, and this one says 140 ounces. Now, okay, it's the same brand, different scents, but I'm telling you guys, this is the new size of their containers, and this is the old size. Man, this shrinkflation is getting out of hand. This one right here is 30 cents cheaper than what this one was. But how you gonna tell me that this was only 100 loads, but this one is 140 loads now? Bye.
Person wrote that from April to May, they thought that their Premium Plus saltines had gotten smaller. And so they compared them. This person went in one week and got large fries, and then went in the next week and got large fries. So for those of you still getting this one when you order large, this is what you have to look forward to. Simply Orange from 52 ounces down to 46 ounces, and it was not that long ago that these were a proper half gallon at 64 ounces. Now we're at 46. This one on the left was purchased May 8th in Bridgewater, Nova Scotia. This one was purchased May 23rd. Same place, same price, but 100 grams less chicken. Pringles 2012, Pringles 2025. Look at the actual chip. Look at that. This pizza now weighs 20 grams less, but look how they changed the packaging to make it seem like this is a very large pizza compared to the size of this pizza. But if you look at the actual packaging, you're missing out 20 grams of pizza. These chips used to be 7.5 ounces, went down to 5 ounces, same price. RV shrinkflation. These side by side are the same price. As a customer, then you go in there and you're like, oh, I'm definitely getting this one. It's the value size. It's 16 ounces. That's way better than getting this one that's only 12 ounces, and they're both the same price. So what is this actually doing? This is familiarizing yourself to 12 ounces being $18.99. And then for the time that you can take advantage of it, you get this size until it's gone. And then at a certain point, there's no more of this value size, or the value size gets bumped up in price because you've already associated in your brain the 12 ounces to the $19. And this one you've associated with, oh, hey, this is a good value because I'm getting this much for the price of that. That's all that this is doing. They are getting you to associate this in your mind so that when you see this at the grocery store at a higher price, or when you see this as the only option available at this price, everything seems normal, everything looks fine. They find ways of introducing new sizes or of normalizing certain prices and certain sizes in our brains when we go to the grocery store so that, again, they minimize the backlash, they minimize the public outcry that comes from having less for a higher price. Have you noticed bacon is no longer in the 1 pound containers, but they're selling most brands for 12 ounces? They've shrunk by 4 ounces. From 18 fluid ounces down to 15 fluid ounces, but bigger size, better value. Kleenexes, 160 sheets in a box to 144. 20 fluid ounces difference between these two. This one is 48 ounces, this one is 28 ounces. That is wild. There's always some sticker saying new size, like it's an exciting thing. This one is 250 grams, down from 300 grams. This person said they went to the grocery store, remembered they were running low on one of their favorite decaf teas. They had changed the box, but didn't really think that much of it until they opened it up. The new boxes not only have fewer tea bags, used to have 15, now there's 12, but these are also smaller. So there's 1.8 grams per tea bag versus 3.2 grams. They drank one hoping it would be good, but it's very weak and not worth buying anymore, apparently. This container of Pringles was 200 grams compared to this one at 165 grams, in addition to the problem of them always having like this top half completely empty. This Nature Valley leaves one of their granola bars out of the package, and instead of including 6, now only includes 5. And just like that, they have made a 17% profit increase with only 5 of these included now. We already know how ridiculous it is how few chips you get in these tiny little bags. This one has 1 ounce of chips. I definitely have seen one recently that was 0.75 ounces. But even if you get the full ounce, this is 11 chips. Cadbury Brunch chocolate chip and dark chocolate chip. These have gone down from 5 bars to 4 bars. And I was thinking, well, is it just the dark chocolate chip flavor instead of milk chocolate? But it's across all of them. Even their raisins, they've all gone from 5, you can't see it, but this is now 4 bars. And the more I looked into this one, the worse it got. It was 2022 when it went down from 6 bars to 5 bars. Now we're down to 4 within a 3-year space of time. Oral-B floss. If you look at this is the Glide floss, and you can see it's so easy to tell this has gone down to this. The flossing experience, very, very different to have the width basically cut in half. But the length is exactly the same. So this is a skimpflation, not a shrinkflation, because the packaging, everything else looks exactly the same, but you can see the difference. It's crazy how often Pringles come up. From 200 grams down to 165 grams, and they were noting that it feels skinnier. And of course, another honorable mention of how not full they keep making them. This person was posting because not only has it gone from 200 down to 165, many are down to 5.5 ounces, which is actually 158 grams. And that's for most of these different flavors. Of course, original is different, and it's down to 5.2 ounces, which is 149 grams. This is actually crazy to me. The McDonald's spokesperson told Yahoo News that the sizes for McDonald's hamburgers have not changed, and just reinforced their commitment to quality and value, and restated these sizes have not changed. These all used to be half-gallon sizes, which is 64 ounces, and we can see clearly that it has gone down from 59 ounces. We know that's down from 64. 59, and now we're down to 52. You see how they're giving this an hourglass figure comparatively? It has lost 3 grams. They're just gonna keep on nickel and diming us. Major corporations are gaslighting us, trying to make us believe that what we are seeing is not real, that shrinkflation is not a real thing, or what some people call it, a stealth price rise. Shrinkflation is very real, and this is not the only company who has done it. By the way, their reasoning behind making the bottle look like this was not to change the prices. It was not to give you less. It was to make them more aerodynamic. Doritos used to be 9.75 ounces, 9.25 ounces now, same price. I think we all know cereal is doing it, and they've done it for a very long time. General Mills shrunk family size boxes from 19.3 ounces to 18.1 ounces. That's like 10%. Cocoa Pebbles went from 20.5 to 19.5. Life Cereal went from 24.8 to 22.3. Bounty changed the number of sheets that you get from 165 to 147. Just look. 52 fluid ounces. Used to be 59. And do you know, these look the same. Do you know why that is? Because they hollow out a thing so that the plastic is coming up on the bottom like that so that it looks the same, so that you can't tell. Pringles, look at the difference. Look at that chip. Look at that chip. They had to change the packaging because the chips got smaller, and you know how the chips fit right in the thing. Not only that, but they start about here. Hang on, I'll show you a picture. Look. Great Value toilet paper reduced the number of sheets from 168 down to 120, and also changed the sheet size. This one is my favorite. They just like stop putting stuff there and just create like a blank space.
So you guys know my love for Costco. I'm literally there every single week, sometimes multiple times a week. Well, if you have the executive Costco membership, you get 2% cash back every year, and it comes like in a little check. And then once you're at Costco, you can use it to like pay for your groceries, and then they will give you the remainder. Like,
so apparently food prices are going up by 50% in November. 50%. Pardon? I'm gonna have to start chewing on the fucking tarmac. I'm gonna have to start mowing the lawn with my teeth. Food prices are going up, but all these supermarkets are making...
This is our second home, Costco. I think one of the worst things that has happened is Costco opening down the street from us. My favorite son is coming home tomorrow, and when he comes home, guess what changes?
I just did a huge grocery shop at Costco. Come check out my haul, see what I got. Okay, first box. Pitas, rail sauce, the best. 3 pounds of butter, 2 salted, 1 unsalted.
You just have to, you pay for it. The cost of living is life. and the cost of life is living. Groceries? Is that a Japanese word? Milk? I don't know. How much is it?
Imagine casually walking out of a grocery store, glancing down at your receipt, and realizing you just dropped nearly $1,000 on everyday items. Or better yet, opening your mail to find out you spent $13,000 at a single wholesale club in just 1 year. Sounds completely ridiculous, right? But right now, across the internet, there is a massive wave of panic regarding our wallets. From families practically surviving on ramen just to keep their budget under $1,200 a month, to people accusing social media.
Got these Tyson rotisserie chicken strips for different meals. Chobani variety pack yogurts. Got a case of Bloom energy drinks. We got some trash bags. A big thing of paper plates. These are so good. These little pure organic. These are the little fruit bars, and then I also got the little pouches. These are also one of my favorite things at Costco. It's the Kirkland dried mangoes, those sweetened ones that have the sugar on the outside. I love these so much. I had to eat one. They're so good. Chomps. My boys eat these. Kodiak cake mix. We love making pancakes. I got 2 bags of bread flour for my little sweet sourdough starter Aurora, so we can make lots of things with my sourdough that I started from scratch back in February, and she is still alive. I just want to put that out there. Okay, I got this variety pack of poppies. This has wild berry, orange cream, and cherry limeade. Also got this variety pack of snacks. My twins have to take a snack every single day to school, so these are good for them to pack in their bags. These are my favorite potatoes to cook with. They're just the brown and yellow mini potatoes. 2 things of cuties, and these will not last until the weekend. Okay, I got 2 loaves of the wheat bread. I got a thing of tortillas, and then I got a twin pack of the Hawaiian sweet rolls. Okay, a variety pack of the Dots pretzels, again, snacks, but this one has the honey mustard original and Parmesan garlic, which is the best one. Okay, I didn't realize this until I looked at my receipt, but also I didn't see any other paper towels. I'm sure that there were, but I just grabbed it. But this was $35. I mean, granted, it's big and it will last me a while, but this is the Bounty paper towels. Should be enough rolls for the rest of the year. Okay, I got these totally because I have seen them hyped up so much on TikTok and other social media, but these Dubai chocolate bars, we're gonna see what the hype's about. I don't know. I got 2 things of raspberries. My 5-year-old boy will literally eat me out of the house in peanut butter. He eats about 5 million bajillion peanut butter sandwiches a week. More sea salt, and I got a couple of the Rao. I got some marinara sauce. This is the Kirkland brand of Metamucil. Okay, no further description needed on this one. I got 2 things of toothbrushes for the kids, for the adults, because I swear to the Johns, we go through so many toothbrushes. Tell me how. I literally buy toothbrushes and then they're gone the next week. I don't know where, I don't know. I truly don't know. Okay, I already broke this open, but the EOS little lip balms. They have watermelon, mango, honey apple, coconut milk, and birthday cake. So, kids Tylenol, Scrub Daddies. I go through these so much as well, so I always have to have Scrub Daddies. Big thing of Tide Pods. I also got my Downy scent beads. Love these, this is my favorite scent. Now, could I do cheaper? Could I make my own detergent? Could I do stuff like that? Yes, and that would save me money, but I don't want to. I also got more toothpaste to go with the 5 million toothbrushes that we use. With the holidays coming up, I knew I would need some more batteries, so I got AAA and AA. Again, this is one of those things that like adds up fast, but you have to have dishwasher detergent. So this is my Cascade. This is my favorite one. I love this. It really does last forever. So I only have to buy one of these like every, I don't even know, like 3 months or something crazy. I'm totally guessing. I really don't know how often I buy these, but it feels like not often. This was a complete impulse buy, but I love Mrs. Meyer's and they had this little like holiday pack. And I mean, I need to clean, so I will use these eventually. So I mean, it was worth it, right? But anyway, I got the 3 multi-purpose sprays. This one's mint, rose, and snowdrop. So, okay, and then the only thing left is clothes. First, I got a pair of jeans for myself. I'm a millennial, I'm a skinny jean girl, but we're gonna try a straight high rise. My 11-year-old lives in like sweatpants and stuff for school, so I got him this little Lee's 2-pack of black and navy sweatpants. I also got this for my 11-year-old. This will be a Christmas gift. Got the Adidas sweatshirt and the pants that go with it. Okay, for my 5-year-old twins, I got my daughter this cute little fleece jacket, Eddie Bauer. I wish you could feel this. It's like Sherpa. I got my son a green one, so they are going to love these. Then I got myself a little sweatsuit. It's a Puma. I got this. So it's got the like pink stitching down the arm and then the matching pants. So how cute that pink. That's such a cute pink. It's like fuchsia. My total was, now I am really curious. I hope that this video kind of gets a lot of views because I genuinely want to know if my Costco is super, super duper expensive compared to the lower 48. I don't know if it's just me and I'm a terrible budgeter and always seem to spend way more than I should, or if my Costco really is way more expensive than every other Costco. The total for all of this was $913.55. That hurt really bad when she spoke those words. But what are you gonna do? I already like checked. I couldn't be like, oh, actually, can you put the mangoes back? You know, I mean, it's already happened. I will say my highest purchases were the Bounty freaking paper towels, $35. This, so I never calculated how much that means I spent at Costco in 1 year, but I'm gonna do it today. 262%. I haven't done math in so long. I'm gonna guess it's $5,000. I'm gonna go calculate it on my calculator and come back. I'm actually speechless. There's no way this is right. If my cash back is $264, that means I spent $13,000 at Costco in 1 year. I'm shook. I'm actually shook. I mean, it kind of makes sense because that means it's like around like $1,100 a month. And I do go to Costco every week and spend like $300 every time. I have a problem. Like, I actually have a problem. I mean, it's not like the food is ever going to waste. We eat everything, and then all the little extra things that I pick up at Costco, I feel like are really worth it because their stuff is just always high quality, and their clothes and stuff is like a good price, so my kids wear them a ton, and like, I'm actually shocked. I hope my husband does not see that. Please let me know how much your cashback check is if you get one. But that is why the executive membership is very worth it for us, because we go to Costco so much. I think it's like around $130 a year. So basically the cashback pays for itself. I think
lawn with my teeth. Food prices are going up, but all these supermarkets are making record-breaking profits. They are making the most profits now than they've ever made. How am I going to afford to buy my fucking 2% fat, lean turkey mince? It's currently £4.20, right? So that goes up by 50%, £6. Let's say £6. £6. Even petrol companies are making record-breaking profits from petrol. I wonder why. Now I'm not going to be able to go to the shops to buy this fucking expensive food because I can't afford the petrol for my car to get to the shops to buy that. We need to do something. What do we do? What can we do? We're all going to have to start growing fruit and veg in our gardens. Let's buy flipping greenhouses. We've got to stick together. I swear to God, every day I'm spending like £30. I leave the house, bam, £30. I walk into Lidl, bam, £30. Fucking B&M, £30. And if prices of food are going to go up, why can't the national wage increase? How are we expected to buy a home when we can't even afford to buy a fucking cucumber?
Why does everything have to be $10 million when I become an adult? Okay, why? You go to the grocery store, you got 10 things in your cart, $200. You go to look for an apartment, studio apartment, $1,500. And anything less than that, you finna be in the trenches with the mice, the roaches, the crackheads, and who knows whatever the fuck else. What the? Hello? When my mama had me, apartments was $300. God damn it, $300. And don't even get me started how no motherfucking body decided, hey, let's build some generational wealth. So now I'm stuck. Now I gotta do it. And it's hard. It's harder now than it was back then because we got 8 million different things we have to pay $10,000 for. Like,
Man, so I was cleaning out my freezer and I came across this old pack of ribeyes I got. $4.77 a pound back in 2024. Come on, let's go to HEB. So it's 2026 and it's $17.49 a pound. That's ridiculous, man. Come on.
We just spent $279 at Walmart.
I've never had the soup from here, but I think we're going to give it a try. Get some eggs, right?
Yeah.
60 eggs. I asked you if you wanted that one.
Should I go get another buggy?
Yep. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, two of them. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be. I don't see the
Our total was $510.05. A little more than what we expected. We thought we were going to spend about $350.
About $350.
But we usually spend about $350 when Ernest is home when we go to. We didn't buy any vegetables, but we'll go to yours.
I spent $400 at Costco on Tuesday. I have two 20-year-olds, a 17-year-old, and an almost 16-year-old in my home for this summer. While at Costco, I purchased one chicken, which, in hindsight, terrible mistake. I should have bought 6 chickens. But I bought one chicken, and that chicken was to be dinner last night. And so I come home, it's late, it's 8 o'clock, I'm trying to get dinner ready for everybody. I pull the Costco chicken out of the refrigerator. It was only a carcass. Bones. The 20-year-olds had eaten all of the chicken off of the bones and then placed the carcass back into the Costco bag and into the refrigerator. So at 8 p.m., when I was getting ready to make dinner for everybody, I had a carcass. Now look, I'm not Julia Child, okay? I'm not going to make homemade soup with those bones, okay? So I had to then send the 20-year-olds back to the store for additional chickens. I'm never going to financially recover from this summer. They don't stop eating.
Grocery shopping at Costco for the first time on a $400 budget.
Since it was my first time, I did have to sign up for a membership, but after we got that done, it was game on. I've only been to Costco 2 to 3 times in my life, and the last time was when I was a kid. So all of this was so exciting, but also overwhelming. Once we got our first sample out of the way, that's when we actually started to shop. I was so happy to find some of my favorite brands here, so to buy their items in bulk, knowing I'm definitely going to use it all up was such a good feeling because I knew I was saving money in the long run. The only thing I will say about Costco is, man, does it get busy. I'm a naturally introverted person, so whenever I see crowds, I want to run. So I feel like that's going to be the only caveat with me going to Costco, is that I'm just going to have to face really large crowds. Now that I have a membership and I see the benefits of shopping in bulk, I plan to go at least every 2 to 3 months. I would love to go more often than that, but I do live an hour and a half away. At this point in our shopping trip, our cart started to get real heavy, and I finally understood why people opt in for the other shopping carts, the ones that look like they're from Home Depot. One thing I've been excited about buying is the Kirkland shampoo and conditioner. I heard it's a Pureology dupe, so I can't wait to see what the hype is about. Once we were finished shopping, we headed on over to checkout, which did not take long at all. The employees were very efficient. My total was $510. However, my real total was $496 because one of the items I bought was my mom's. So that means I did break budget. However, I'm hoping and I feel like that my future grocery runs are going to make up for that.
$1,200. $1,200 is what we have spent on groceries this month. We're not eating steaks. We're barely eating meat. It's like ground turkey instead of ground beef. We're doing canned tuna for tuna casserole. My kids have ramen and dumplings when I don't feel like making dinner. We're not going out to eat. We're not going crazy. We have some snacks every once in a while, but it's like, oh, I don't know, a bag of Doritos every other week is what we're buying. And mostly it's like air popped popcorn. How are we spending $1,200 in a month on groceries? This is unsustainable. How do we live like this?
Alright, well, I messed up. You may know that we have been on a grocery budget of $200 a week lately. So I get the Farmer's Pick box every fortnight and then do a $100 top-up shop. I went over budget. If you have been watching for a little while, you'll know that I don't go over budget. I don't go over budget. What am I doing going over budget? We can't afford to go over budget. Anyway, I went over budget. I think I just miscalculated because I always take my phone around with a little calculator out, adding up all the prices because I have no shame and we should all be doing it. And I think I just forgot to add one of the items and I went $10 over budget. Anyway, let me show you what I got. I forgot to film the actual grocery haul because it's me and I forget to film everything. But this is everything we got. I decided to really splurge this week and buy a kilo of salmon for $30. And it's not even good salmon. Like, it's still just farmed salmon. I don't understand why it costs so much. But how do you guys eat seafood? How do you do that? How do you afford it? Do we just all have to consume tinned fish? I feel like that's not that good, like health-wise. I don't know. Anyway, I also had to go to Coles and
Again, 2 big boys of the Balderson cheese. We usually just freeze one, or else Alfredo sauce. This is so good. We got it last time we went. A 10 out of 10 recommend getting it. Shoulder pork butt for the smoker. We couldn't find any with bone in, but this will be fucking good. Probably pulled pork sandwiches or something. Hot sausages, tube of ground beef, chicken wings. We vacuum seal all of our meat. That'll definitely be a tomorrow job, but we just vacuum seal it into portions that kind of work for us. Buying in bulk, it's just like a lot cheaper to do it that way. 2 beef roasts, 2 packs of boneless, skinless chicken thighs. This is a top sirloin cap that we'll just cut into what we want. We usually get the big one, but holy fuck, it was like $300 at Costco. Does anyone else notice how much meat has gone up? It's crazy, hey? This itself was like $78. And like, it's big, but like, it's crazy. Chicken breast chunks. Half and half cream. Got this pineapple. Bag of potatoes. Dishwasher pods. Wild cod skin treats for my dog. He loves fishy things, so he's definitely gonna love these. Caledon Farms, it's like gently cooked dog food. we're like slowly trying to transition to maybe a raw food diet. So yeah, see how he likes this. It's kind of like a nice in between. I think we'll mix it with his kibble and see if he likes it. If you've had this before and your dog has had it, do they like it? Let me know. It's like fucking $50, so giant thing of Celsius. It's better than a Monster, I guess. They're good. They're actually good if you haven't had them. Pack of Ichiban noodles, wood cutting board. It's huge. It's massive. It's awesome. Add to the collection. Trying to swap out all our plastic shit for wood. Toilet paper. This is actually cheaper than the Kirkland, surprisingly. Paper towel. Really need it, but pellets for the smoker. Yeah, good deal. A couple things that I didn't show. Got a new hanging basket for outside. Really pretty flowers. And my boyfriend got 2 pairs of shorts. Anyways, that is my Costco shopping haul. I love having a full freezer and fridge. It just helps the week go a lot fucking smoother when you have options for things that you can make throughout the week. And I live in a small town, so it's a lot more expensive. It's a lot more expensive to just go shopping like in town. So Costco is kind of the play and the way to go. How much would something like this cost where you live? I'll put the price down below, how much this cost. And yeah, this was my Costco haul.
Are people being paid to do videos like this?
Somebody needs to explain to me why I can't afford this ground beef. I go into the supermarket, okay, because I'm looking for some ground beef for my lasagna and also for my spaghetti. I've had the ground beef. Why is it $30?
Do you think that $30 for this pack of hamburger meat is absolutely ridiculous?
To make burger and fries, okay? I got enough meat to make 8 hamburgers, a pack of hamburger buns, a thing of charcoal, a bag of potatoes, and grease. Take a wild guess. $50 damn.
$27.48, 12 burgers. So something just seems off, like it's almost like propaganda. Almost like they were paid by somebody to like give it a script to follow. 2 of the videos were practically verbatim. 8 burgers, potatoes, oil, and buns. And the other 2 were almost exactly alike, about being in the grocery store, wanting to buy hamburger meat for a particular meal. And if you were to go and look at those videos, they have like insane views, and like the likes are like astronomical, as if almost they've been promoted. And when anyone says anything about, well, you know, there are a cheaper way to shop, people automatically point their finger at the big corporations. It's as if people don't understand supply and demand, or even know how to shop anymore.
How much is it? Cheese? Eggs? What? They're just always going to cost what they cost. There's nothing you can do about it. The fridge is always just full. That's what my shoppers do. They haven't said anything. They don't talk to me about it. Where are you finding this out? This information? Trisha, who's telling you? Sounds like you're talking to me about things that aren't real problems. Doesn't sound like a friend. They sound like foe. Oh well, I hope it gets better for them. It'd be nice to talk about something real, like the yachts.
Know that you will be in a recession before it is announced. So yes, do I believe we are in a recession? Yes. Do you feel like you're in a recession? Yes, most people do. To make matters worse, we have paid an extra $447.19 on energy, according to our own government, per household. Rise to $2,000 extra per household just due to the Iran war. And by the way, there is no peace in sight. In fact, it has escalated. The Dow dropped 500 points today. What's worse is we're predicting, ExxonMobil is predicting oil shortages, and starting in July. A shortage on anything when you don't have a decrease in demand means higher prices. Is a failed administration. This is a failed government right now, And unfortunately, our economy was collapsing even before the war in Iran, with record-breaking unemployment, record-breaking inflation, and also no job creation, losing manufacturing jobs.